Folks seem to like my quick video I did about making worlds using a conditional rule, so I'm going to make another quick video about another technique, another opportunity to make worlds. So this is the technique of using a big block or a highly connected player to make worlds. This is sort of like the very basic type of making worlds. I think this will be really easy for everybody to catch on to. So I'm going to start with a couple of rules. Let's say that they give me a rule y before n. So y before n looks like this. And then let's say they give me another rule that says r must go immediately before y. By itself, that rule looks like this. I would, of course, just immediately combine those two rules together. Ry before n, because y was mentioned in both rules. And combining rules together is just obviously really important in the LSAT logic games. Okay, but where do we make worlds from this? Well, let's say this is a pretty basic sequencing game, like maybe something that you would see in the first game or maybe the second game on a test. And let's say there's only 5 total spots in the game. If there's only 5 total spots in the game, then that RY block can really only go in 3 places. And so here's an opportunity to say, well, you know, if RY can only go in 3 places and I'm gonna get to put RY into those places, then maybe it's worth just making those 3 worlds just from the start. So if I had this rule combination, maybe the first thing I would do, I don't even know that I would write all that stuff out, because probably the first thing I would do I've got 3 templates, and the first thing I'm going to do is just put RY in the 3 different places where RY can go. And once I've placed the RYs, then the n becomes trivial almost. Well, in some cases, like here, when RY are second and third, then the n must go here in order to be after RY. Here, if RY are second and third, then the n can go fourth or fifth. And here, if the RY are first and second, then now n basically becomes a wild card. I don't even need to write n, because no matter where I put n, it's going to be after y. So this approach here, if I would have just made those 3 worlds to begin with, I wouldn't even have needed to just write out the rule independent. So this sort of disappears off the board. And now what I've done is I've used the big block of RY and the fact that that big block is also connected to n, and I have eliminated 2 rules from contention by just incorporating it into these 3 templates that start with RY. So that's very basic technique. It's one of a small handful of opportunities for making worlds. So when you see a big block and a hyper-connected variable here, y was connected, consider making worlds using that hook.